Are we on? Yeah. Oh, good. Hi. That was delightful. Thank you so much, Frank. What a sweet way to begin. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. We're so happy that you're here, and those who are with us online, we're very happy that you're here as well. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I have the great pleasure of being the spiritual leader of this fabulous, beautiful community. Oh, thank you. So it's just good to be here. I love it when we are meeting in person. And I also love thinking about all the people who are with us right now that we can't see with these eyes, but we see you all with our hearts, and we're so pleased that you're here. No matter where you may be in the world, and wherever you may be along your spiritual evolutionary journey, you are so welcome here with us at this precious hour that we just love being together. It's always good to see the faces and then to imagine all the rest of them out there. So this is a place where we provide spiritual tools for all kinds of human experiences and conditions. It's a community that learns together, grows together, deepens our faith together, prays together, plays together, sometimes cries together. That's what a community is when it's a beloved community. So whatever the size of it, it's the depth of the feeling of our connection with the divine and with one another that truly makes the difference. And we are with the Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a worldwide organization. We have developed a couple of vision and mission statements, and one of the things that we are absolutely about in this world is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. So just stop and think about that for a minute, about how spiritually magnificent you are. And that's the truth of every sentient being here on this planet. As we begin to see each other through those eyes of love and wisdom and truth, we begin to make a difference. We have been making a difference. We're going to continue to make a difference to lift the consciousness of this entire world, for we are all one. And we are also about the business of co-creating a world that works for everyone, or as we also like to say, a world that works for all, because we're including all sentient beings, animals, plants, and the world itself. We love remembering that we are unity in diversity, that we have this beautiful sense of being aware that there's only one life. Say it with me. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now, and that's the truth of everyone here on the planet. So we also have a purpose statement that we've developed in our own community here, and I invite you to say that with me if you would choose to. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so it is. All right, we're going to have an opening song. It was written by Karen Drucker, and this is a past performance by our own music team, and it is called I Start My Day.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to start with I Start My Day, so if you could please stand up and join us.
When I start my day with peace, that's what I get more of
start my day with joy. That's what I get more of is joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Love, I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
Isn't it fun to be able to look back and see us all there in our facility in person and to keep that vision in our minds so that we will have that a place that's right for us at the right time. In the meantime, isn't it wonderful that Suzanne and Rick opened this to us and we create this environment? Right? Yeah. Thank you. And isn't it fun to kind of walk through the science fair on the way here? So we're grateful. We're very grateful. I'd like to talk to the kids. We have a couple of them right here. And this is Memorial Day. You know about Memorial Day. And that is, it's a time that we commemorate and honor and give thanks to all the men and women who made the final sacrifice for our freedom, and that dates back to the Civil War. And so we appreciate that even though we have 3 days where we sometimes have picnics or barbecues or go to the beach, down the shore, whatever makes us happy to come together as families, that we want to pause, take a couple of minutes to think about the brave, courageous men and women who just gave so much of their lives. And Reverend Mike and I are going to commemorate Memorial Day by going back to the Devon Horse Show tomorrow because, it was wonderful. They're going to have honor guards and color guards and mounted police. And that's a wonderful way to honor the brave people. And so that's what we're going to be doing. And as well as commemorating, not only commemorating those who gave their all, but to really give thanks and feel such gratitude and appreciation for people of service right now. And we are people of service in a different way. We don't wear the uniforms, but we're here to serve our own divine purpose, which is to make a difference in our world. And so that's it for now, kids. Now, is this the time or later that we're going to have our young, is that going to happen later, Monet? Pardon me? Oh, well, that's a good time. Thank you. Just wanted to get clear. Now let's have a meditation. And I would invite you, as we prepare to go into the meditation, I want to teach you just a short little entree to meditation. And it's very simple. It goes like this. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. You want to do that whole thing with me? Okay. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. how sweet it is to take a deep breath of life and to feel Spirit moving through our bodies, through our thoughts and feelings, through our entire consciousness, bringing peace, bringing a greater awareness of love and infinite possibility. As the Spirit flows through our entire consciousness, we come into the center of our hearts where God abides in fullness. And here we continue to open to the divine flow of precious, perfect spiritual life. And here there is nothing to do, not even anything to know, just an opportunity to be. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. Coming into the center where we remember the I am that I am. We find sweet peace. All external confusion or conflict melts away, and peace and infinite love abide. We enter even more deeply, take a deep dive into Spirit, feel and know and sense the I am that I am. And here allow our hearts to expand, and as they expand and we realize that they are filled with divine love, let us then invite all of our loved ones into this great sea of love, where we are all together in the unity. And as we enter even more deeply into the oneness, now begin to bring into this sea of love those who seemed other, those who may have appeared to be divisive, those who we may not understand. Let's bring them into this sea of love as well. And here, there is calm confidence, deepening faith, and growing love. We are all in this tranquil, loving, unitive sea together. So in this space, come into the silence and simply experience the peace and the love and the joy of our unity with all humankind. It is so sweet to see with the eye of the heart, which is the eye of love, the eye of wisdom. So precious to hear with the ear of the heart, which is the ear of love, the ear of wisdom. And we celebrate the joy of being open and receptive to the constant inflow of divine love and our connectivity to the divine and to every sentient being. We're so grateful. All is well. All is well. Truly, truly, all is well. Thank you, Frank. That was just lovely. Now I'd like to invite our practitioner of the day to come up and give us an opening spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, and that would be Sarah Funk.
Before I do the treatment, I would like to read something from Creative Mind. And I need my glasses. Not quite. Better? Is that better? Could it go a little lower? That's better. Thank you. So I want to read something from Creative Mind. Wake up. Your word is all-powerful. Your consciousness is one with omnipotence. Your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal. And your home is everlasting heaven. Realize the truth. I am living in a perfect universe. It always was perfect and always will be perfect. And I will do this treatment in the first person, and you may take it for yourself if you wish. There is within me all the love, life, power, peace, beauty, joy, all the divine qualities of God. It is the greatest gift I will ever receive. God lives, moves, and has its expression through me, as me. All has been provided for me to express the divine truth that God is all there is. This flow of divine energy is never weary, never leaves me because it is me. My heart and mind are open as my heart is the heart of God. My mind is the mind of God. This is true for me as it is for everyone, as we all come from the same source. I am deeply grateful that I am in this divine flow of life, and I release this treatment into the law, knowing it is complete as stated. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Sarah. Now let's join together in the affirmation. I am a generous receiver, accepting and blessing the good that flows continuously to me and to all creation. Well, this is the last Sunday in May. We are almost ready for June. And our theme for the month of May has been receptivity. And receptivity is a very important skill for us to develop, because there's every good in this universe, and the divine expresses its, thank you, Mila, expresses its magnificence in, through, and to all of us. But we can't receive that good, whether it's spiritual or material. I'm taller, aren't I? Thank you, Monet. What would we do without Monet? Take a bow. Unless we are open to receive that good, whether it's infinite inspiration. Ooh, I have a great idea. I got a divine download. You can't get those divine downloads if you're not open to receiving them, if you're not aware, if we are not aware, because I put myself in this same puddle here. If we're not aware that we are connected to the divine, that we have the ability to tune in to the mind of God, which expresses itself through our own individual minds or individualized expressions of that one mind. So I can close myself off, but why would I do that when I want this beautiful flow of life and love light, peace, power, beauty, and joy to move through each of us. We want that to happen, and it's divinely designed for it to happen. So it's up to us to open up. Ernest Holmes says, "The Spirit has already provided everything. There is that within me which knows, understands, accepts, believes, recognizes, and embodies." Ernest Holmes said that in The Science of Mind on page 626. Nothing is withheld from us, nothing at all. It is our open-hearted receptivity that is required. The wife of one of our ministers in Centers for Spiritual Living has been supported in prayer, as we love to do with anyone who needs prayer, for a major surgery that took place recently. Many of us in the minister's field for Centers for Spiritual Living have been doing spiritual mind treatment and lifting her in prayer. And she's far ahead of her expectations. I just got the word yesterday that instead of 5 days in the hospital, she's being released after only 3. And not only does she herself have a fabulous consciousness and expects only good to take place, but she's open and receptive to lifting the consciousness through the affirmative prayers that many of us have been doing for her. So we can all learn to become more receptive to our health, to our abundance, to our creative expression, to our loving relationships. We just need to open the door to that. And we are the ones who get to do it. We don't have to look outside of ourselves for anything to happen or anyone to do something extraordinary. You are already extraordinary, and it's up to us to open up and receive the good that we're looking for. So, what keeps us from experiencing our good? What prevents us? Well, sometimes people enter into a little fear. Have you ever known anyone who was anxious or a little overly concerned about anything? Anyone whose initials you sign? That's a human experience, folks. We all have it, right? So, what's the opposite of fear? I mean, there's 2 words that I see as the absolute opposite of fear. One of them, of course, is faith. And we're always working to deepen our faith. And one of the ways that we deepen our faith is to keep track of the times that we have had answers to our prayers. I know people who keep a prayer journal. And in that prayer journal, they make a note of we call it a demonstration here, which means a manifestation of the good we've been seeking, because we entered into the unitive prayer. We felt the deep connection with Source. We spoke our word. We set our intention. And the divine law of mind that Jesus taught us so beautifully, sowing and reaping, cause and effect, that law is wonderful, and it will bring to us what we have intended, so long as our faith is deep and we move into that consciousness of healthy anticipation. So faith is the opposite of fear. And we deepen our faith all the time. And if we keep these journals about these beautiful events that have taken place in our life through prayer, whether it was our own or whether we went to a practitioner or we worked with a group circle of people we love, when we get to see the results and remember that, look over that from time to time, it reminds us and it deepens our faith, yes? Well, the other word that's the opposite of fear is, you know it, right? Love. And Gerald Jampowski years ago wrote this wonderful little book called Love is Letting Go of Fear. You can't have them both in the same place in your head. You just can't. When I'm really loving, I can't be fearful. You know, if I feel concerned about something somebody might say or do, it's up to me to start the loving. Many years ago, when I began doing the couples workshops, I had learned that a wonderful analogy for not experiencing the love that we all wish to experience is like a water hose. If you're watering your garden, if you're washing your car, the water flows beautifully through the hose, right? Uninterrupted until I interrupted. I can remember washing my car in the driveway, and as I would pull the hose around to get to the other side, it would get a kink in it, right? And it was because I had put the kink in that hose that the water stopped coming through. And so I would use this. I've used it for years with my couples, mine, I own them. Well, you know, you can kind of feel that way after a while. But after a while, they would realize that the love is something that is always there. Always. You see, it's a quality of God. And what were you made out of? You were made out of the life of the divine itself. And so the essence, love is one of the major essences of God, and it dwells right within each of us. So we have the essence of love within us. What we do with it is the action of love. And only I can stop the flow of love if I'm having a tiff with my beloved, as if that could ever happen. But if you know better, right? But if I had a misunderstanding, or it's just like, what did you mean when you said that? You know, I'm stepping on my love hose. And the same, you know, that's what happens. And so it's up to me. Isn't that great? I love being responsible for my experiences. I love being in charge of my own feelings. I love being able to make a difference by working inside of myself instead of trying to rearrange the furniture out here in the world. And so when I reconnect with the love that I never really could be outside of, but if I remember it and open up the hose of my love and let it flow, what a difference it makes. Can't be fearful when I'm loving. And the same thing happens, of course, when spirit is flowing through us. We're the only ones who can keep it from flowing. We're the only ones who can stop the flow of goodness that's coming through us. So I want to open my heart more. I want to open my mind more. So what else might be in the way of our good? Did you ever hear about one of the 7 deadly sins, which you don't hear about here, but they still talk about them some places? It's envy. Well, it is kind of awful, you know? Envy stops the flow. And when we finally realize, as we do in this teaching, that there is an infinite abundance in this universe, there's plenty for everyone. Yes, there are people who are doing without. Yes, they're hungry. Yes, they're misplaced. There's terrible things happening in the world. But the truth is that underlying everything, there is a universal presence of givingness, of infinite divine generosity. And we, as we awaken to our own experience of receiving a greater good, we can do our part to lift the consciousness in this world so that others who are doing without can finally understand that they can open too, and we can help them to do that. We lift each other in consciousness. So if I realize that there's plenty for everybody, how could I possibly envy somebody else's good? I learned as a child, thank God I grew up in this teaching, I learned that when somebody got something good, oh, they got a new outfit, woohoo, good for you, love it. Can I borrow it? No, but that it made me happy to see somebody got something wonderful, and I knew that there was plenty for everybody. You know, somebody gets a new house, yay, let me come and bless it. A new car, yay, we got one too, not long ago, yay. Happy for us, happy for everybody who gets beautiful new things in their lives. Happy for a beautiful new relationship. Happy that somebody got a promotion. Envy has no place in our lives, especially when we recognize there's plenty for us too. So what's the opposite of that? Gratitude, blessing, yay for you, get another one. If it's a new husband, no, not. But all those other good things that come into your life one at a time. How about resentment? Resentment gets in the way. Oh my goodness, that'll stop us, won't it? I recognize that it's a human trait, and we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we're sometimes going to begin to feel a little resentment. Well, what do we do with resentment? I can remember somebody years ago said, well, I just resend it. We need to do better than that, because we don't want to send it back to the person that we felt sent it to us, who probably didn't anyway, but we thought so. Usually when somebody says or does something, they're really not directing it toward us. We just are not wise enough not to take it in. Remember the 4 agreements, right? Be impeccable with your word. Do not take things personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. But that don't take it personally is the best one that I know to get beyond any sense of resentment. It didn't belong to me. It wasn't aimed at me, probably. And even if it was, you want to just let it roll right off, because that's not going to help living a glorious full life if we have resentments. So I think appreciation and forgiveness might be the place to go with those. And what we're really forgiving, who we're really forgiving, for me anyway, is myself. Forgiving myself for thinking somebody said or did something that had anything to do with me. I mean, after all, who would? Well, how about regret? Oh my goodness, let's get over that one. You know, when we look back at our lives and we think, oh, if only. That's not helpful, is it? Because what I did at the time that I did it, it's only now, in my greater wisdom and greater spiritual evolution, when I look back, it's only now that I see that I would have done it differently. I didn't know that at the time. I did the best I could with the knowledge and the wisdom that I had, and I learned from it. Let's learn from those past supposed mistakes and get the gifts. Maybe the wrapping wasn't so pretty, but the gift is there if we'll just open our hearts and our minds to receive it, right? So no more regret. Insight. Let's replace it with insight. Ah, yes, this is how I would handle a situation like that today, right? And then thankfulness that we have a broader view. Criticism, judgment, oh my goodness. We all have an inner critic. We all have an inner judge. It sits up on its bench with its robes, and it goes, okay, and it usually goes, That's something we would really like to avoid in order to stay open and receptive to the good that we are seeking to experience. So, yes, we are aware that we criticize in our minds and have judgments about others. And we really, really need to get over that one. And we also recognize that we have that criticism and that judgment about ourselves. And usually that's even bigger, isn't it? And so what do we do to replace that? First of all, let's remember who everybody is, including ourselves. I am that I am. The divine presence lives within every person. Let's look through what we would have judged about not as good, or you shouldn't do that, or da-da-da-da. I don't even want to go through those things. Let's look through all of the stuff and see the divine light shining from that person. Let's remember who we are, remember who everyone else is, and the judgment and the criticism begin to dissolve, and we become curious. That's much more important. I love being curious. If I'm judging because somebody isn't doing something or thinking the same way that I would, after all, I want to become curious. I want to understand, what is that like for you? That's different than the way I was brought up. and I want to understand. As I begin to understand, I can develop some appreciation for a different way to be. I want appreciation. I want to feel the appreciation for someone else after I've been curious enough to maybe get the courage to ask. And then there's celebration. I celebrate that each person has his and her own path, and that on this path we get to delight in each other. We get to learn from each other. So those are many things that keep us from experiencing our good. You see, a healthy future, don't we all desire a healthy future? A healthy future is never determined by any kind of past. Tina Turner just passed at 83. Angela Bassett played her in the movie. Anyone seen her movie? Oh, yeah. It was a 1993 film. I know it's still available. Angela Bassett said about Tina Turner, she said, through her courage in telling her story, her commitment to stay the course in her life, no matter the sacrifice, and her determination to carve out a space in rock and roll for herself and for others who look like her, Tina Turner showed others who lived in fear what a beautiful future filled with love, compassion, and freedom should look like. What's love got to do with it? Everything. Everything. It's the highest form of love to give our all to life and to one another. Give our all. Don't hold back. There's plenty. You see, the more we give, the more we are opening ourselves to receive. I heard years ago that there are women, maybe men too now, because we've let them in the kitchen, who refuse to give a cherished recipe to a friend who asks for it. I don't understand that. I've even heard that there are women who will leave out an ingredient when they give it to a friend. And that's just wrong, right? I always gave my recipes, especially the ones I made up myself. I would give them to anyone who asked. I still will. And I knew that as I did that, the universe would give me 10 more downloads of new recipes to make. That's the law of circulation. That's the way it works in our lives. So we don't want to be holding back anything. Let's give our all, whatever that might mean to us, whether it's through patriotic bravery, courage, or giving our gifts freely to one another. We all have talents and gifts and things that are unique and special. We want to share them with each other. But first, we need to open the door of our hearts and our minds to the wise direction of divine life so that we're giving appropriately. You see, an expanded mind and an expanded heart are essential to these infinite possibilities that we're seeking to experience and to share with each other. And just as a mind expanded could never go back to its original dimensions, the same is true for a heart. As our hearts expand, they can never, ever go back to return to any kind of smallness. You know, that's a warning. Once you open your mind and your heart, not going to go back small again. And we want that. We delight in that. We want to share that with each other. Our hearts must become large enough to hold and embrace all people, all sizes, colors, shapes, all genders, all gender identification, all political and religious views, all ages, social strata, etc. Let's keep our hearts opening bigger and bigger, because as we open to the flow of divine good for ourselves, we are also opening to the flow of divine good for everyone on the planet and beyond. We don't know about that yet. So we must become greater receivers and receivers of life. That's our intention. That's our responsibility, and it's a joyous one. We were created to be happy, to be fulfilled. and to be free. Every sentient being is an individualized manifestation of God's life. Don't you think it's time we understood and accepted this, that it's up to us to become more generous receivers? Will you say with me, I am a generous receiver?
I am a generous receiver.
Oh, I see your hearts and minds opening as you say that. Those kinds of affirmations are powerful. They open up our subconscious mind to receive. And receiving is what we desire to do. That's what we're doing today. We become more generous receivers. And in that beautiful process, we get to lift others in love, that they also might become aware, more deeply aware of their divine birthright. Will you say with me, my mind expands into infinite possibilities.
My mind expands into infinite possibilities.
My heart opens to life and its goodness.
My heart opens to life and its goodness.
I'm an instrument of the divine.
I am an instrument of the divine.
I am receptive and grateful.
I am receptive and grateful.
And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness, I appreciate you so much, and I love you. Now is the time to express our love monetarily. And so it's our opportunity to give back to Source whatever feels good and appropriate to us. And as we do that, and as those out there in the land of the infinite internet find ways to give to us, keep in mind that we give to the closest source of our spiritual food. For me, it is this beloved community. So I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. God is abundant.
God is abundant.
God is abundance.
God is abundance.
I am abundant.
I am abundant.
I am receptive.
I am receptive.
I give my gift in love,
I give my gift in love.
and it returns to me multiplied.
And it returns to me multiplied.
And so it is.
So it is.
How y'all doing? Good. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. God is, I am, right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am, right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am, right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am, right here, right now. God is, I am. Whoa. God is, I am, right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am,
Intro. Good morning. My name is Monet Farrington, and I am a member of the your Board of Trustees and AV team. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to bring these two lovely ladies up here for assistance and to also talk about CSL Teen Camp, which is actually happening in July, from July 8th to the 15th in Verona, Oregon. So I wanted to talk and ask Mila, what are you looking forward to the most about going to camp?
Making new friends and I don't know, just having fun, I guess.
Okay. And then Lilia, who is an old pro, has been there before. And so Lilia, tell us what you learned at camp.
I learned how I'd kind of let people treat me badly, but the people there kind of made me realize that I don't have to be treated like that. So, yeah.
Very good. And are you looking forward to learning anything new? Do you feel like you can learn something new from this new experience, which this year the theme is Keep Dreaming Forward?
Definitely. I feel like I have a lot of things to learn about other people and myself. So, it's a big learning experience for me.
That's good. Thank you so much for sharing that, both of you. I'm actually going to be accompanying the girls to camp this year. Yay! So I'm really looking forward to that. I just have to get off time from work, but they'll agree. Yeah, thank you. We are raising money to help send our teams to the Center for Spiritual Living's annual team camp. We invite you to contribute to the GPCSL Teen Camp Fund. Doing so will help make it possible for our teens to go and grow and receive the inspiration to dream forward. Contributions will be dedicated to helping families cover the travel and registration costs associated with attending camp. You can make a contribution by credit card by clicking on the special teen donation link on our pop-up screen. So you would go to cslphilly.org, and then this pop-up will greet you. And at the bottom of that, there is a link where you can donate through Breeze. You can also go to a GoFundMe link that's also there, or you can also make a contribution by check and then indicate at the bottom of your check that it is for teen camp. Another way that we are actually supporting the teens would be a community yard sale here at Interprod on Saturday, June 10th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to benefit sending the teens to camp. I have never done a yard sale, so this is going to be my first, but I have grand ambitions to share so much of my stuff with you. So, be there. And also, too, just want to say that if you're unable to bring your stuff, just reach out, and we'll try to make it, make a way for us to come gather your things. Let's see. It will be fun. It is spring cleaning time. You can either bring a table if you have one, or you can, when you sign up, you can say that, hey, you need a table, and we'll make one available to you. And also the girls, the campers, will be helping out by selling snacks and refreshments and beverages. And that is it for the for the yard sale. So that's also on our website.
Our June Sunday celebrations will be held virtually, so join us on Facebook or YouTube channel.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you caught that, but all of that was kind of anticlimactic. But so everything in June will be virtual. So we won't be meeting in person here, but we will have the Nibbles and New Thoughts. We'll have the Full Moon Circle, which we'll go into detail a little bit later, the yard sale, and so just don't show up here on Sunday because you will be alone. But there are other days that you can show up. And then it's me. We will be holding another full moon ceremony led by Diane Wilson. Yay, Diane. And generously hosted by Suzanne and Rick Smothers' home in Malvern, which will be the last time we'll be holding it there. It'll be on Sunday, June 4th at 7 p.m. Seating is limited, so you'll want to sign up on the website. Again, go to our website, cslphilly.org, and you can sign up. I have been there. It is, honestly, it's very moving and magical and spiritual. So again, thank you, Diane, for creating that for us. And thank you to the Smethers for sharing your home with us. We really appreciate it.
I know. Our next in-person Nibbles and New Thoughts gathering will be held Monday, June 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Brick and Brew on King Street in Malvern, PA. This is our monthly opportunity to gather and discuss topics related to new thoughts and the science of mind and philosophy, while also enjoying amazing food and company. Just go to our website, cslphilly.org, and click on the link on the pop-up screen, or go to the events calendar. Going forward, we plan on having these events the first Monday of each month.
So make sure you sign up for that. Again, also another amazing experience and opportunity to just gather with like-minded folks. So it's pretty awesome. We are also planning a Saturday afternoon movie and discussion group in Malvern, a trip to see the Fightin' Phils in Reading, and the yard sale. Well, we have the date for the yard sale, so keep that in mind. And movie night and Fightin' Phils, the dates will be determined, and we'll definitely update you. Another virtual meaningful connection is Edie Janik's May Bot Spot. Check that out again on the website. I feel like you guys, you want to repeat the website with me? cslphilly.org. Perfect, you're paying attention. Thank you. You can find that in your email in the mornings that pop up. And let's see, is there anything else? Thank you. Yes, we have that. Oh, the book, okay. As a reminder, if you'd like to join any of our classes, workshops, or in-person events, which will not be in June, remember that, just go to our website, cslphilly.org, and click on the link on the pop-up screen on the home page, or go to our events calendar.
If you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and share with others. When you are subscribed, you will receive notifications anytime our videos are updated.
And then one last reminder, pay a visit to lovely Lady Linda in the back table and buy June's copy of Science of Mind magazine. It is a great $5 bargain. So check her out. She's awesome. Don't leave her lonely back there. And I know this is a lot of announcements, but that means that we're doing just a lot of great and exciting things. So it gives us an opportunity to bond and, yep, and connect. So thank you. All right, thanks, ladies.
Thank you, lovely ladies. That was fun. Wow, how great. Also, on that back table where our beloved Linda O'Neill holds forth, you will find information about our practitioners. There is a brochure that gives you a sense of who they are, how to contact them, and what they do. There's also a prayer chest where you can put in is it there? Yeah, where you can put in I like to tell the truth. You may put in a request, write out a request for spiritual mind treatment, and it will be received by our practitioners. And if you include your email address, they'll send you a personalized affirmation. If you have something that's just kind of burning today that you'd really like to have a 3-minute miracle with a practitioner, well, just grab one. We have Sarah, we have Joe. That's it for right now, but Sarah and Joe are both available. And a 3-minute miracle goes like this. This is not a whole practitioner session. This is where you grab them in the hallway, they find a quiet corner with you, you tell them in 25 words or less what you would like prayer treatment for, and they will give you a dynamite, instant spiritual mind treatment that will lift your consciousness and send you on your way with a smile on your face. So that's a good thing that we get to do when we meet in person here. And that's about it. We're going to have our second discovery class today for those who had signed up last week. This is the second one, and I'm thrilled about that. So enjoy each other, and let's have a closing song. Yeah, it's by Amy Steinberg, and it's called Purpose and Joy.
I've been through the desert, I walked in the ocean, I've climbed up a mountain, and I've sang in the wind. I've cried out in the moonlight, I've drank that potion, I've wished in the fountain, and I've lived in sin. Hallelujah. I keep searching for an answer, a complete. But every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. What I know is every moment is a blessing. And every love is like a light. And beauty comes with every sunrise. And living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose. That's right. Living is the purpose of life. What I know is every moment is a blessing. Yeah. Every love is like a light. The beauty comes with every sunrise. And living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose. Living is the purpose of life. Is a wonder. Every kiss, and every heart is like a shooting star. You are perfect in this moment. So live out loud and 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 just be who you are.
Just goes to prove that you don't have to be in the same room to make music together. It also proves you don't need to understand a single word to rock out. All right, so thank you for being here today. It's been a pleasure. Stay and enjoy some coffee and refreshments. So this is what I know, that there is one life, and that life is your life and my life. And as we go forth from here, it is with open hearts and open minds, allowing the gifts of spirit to be given moment by moment, and for us to be able to share those gifts with others. And so it is. Mm-hmm.